Hi grade 8s, this is Mrs. Currie and I'm going to be doing order of operations with algebra with you today. Right, in simple terms, order of operations with algebra, it just means BODMAS with algebra. To remind you, BODMAS, the B means brackets, O means of, D means divide, M means multiply, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. If you watched Mrs. Potter's video, you will remember her saying that it does not matter which order you do the D and the M, as they are inverses of each other. So all that means is that you will work from left to right. Same as for addition and subtraction. They are also inverse operations, meaning you will just work from left to right. Right, now the two things to remember before we begin. If you remember, y plus y, when we are adding, we do not change the exponent. So there will be magical ones in front. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and the variable will stay y. Over here, we now have y times y. So the difference here is they are now being multiplied. You should remember from exponents, and if you don't, I suggest you go back and look at the exponents video, that when we multiply exponents, we see how many of these letters do we have, and that is our exponent. So y times y, there are 2 of them, so it's y to the power of 2. Okay, let's start doing a couple examples. Let us start with our first example. We there have 7y plus 3y minus 2y. They are all like terms because they all have the exact same variable and exponent. Because it is plus and minus, we just simply work from left to right. So we start by going 7 plus 3 is 10, and the y will stay the same, minus 2y. And then we have 10 minus 2, which equals 8, and we are left with y. And that is your final answer. Now coming on to our second example, we have 7y plus brackets 3y minus 2y. So you know from BODMAS, we always do brackets first. So we first are going to work out what's inside the brackets. So we will have 7y plus. My suggestion for now is to keep your answer in brackets just in case you get a different sign over here, which will work with the positive. So 3 minus 2 is 1y. You will not be wrong for writing just y, but I'm putting a 1 there, so when you're adding it becomes easier. Now we can see we just have a plus 1y, so it's the same as just writing 7y plus 1y. And now they are both like terms, so 7y plus 1y equals 8y. I want to take the same example, but I just want to swap the 2 and the 3 around so you can see what I mean by why we keep the brackets. So same sum, 7y plus 2y minus 3y. So all I've done is I've swapped those two. Again, we will do brackets first. So we will go 2 minus 3. So we have 7y plus. Keep the brackets. 2 minus 3 is negative 1y. Now over here we have a positive and a minus, which you know is a minus. So we can combine those two to write one sign so that we have 7y minus 1y. Again, they are like terms. So all we do is we say 7 minus 1, which equals 6, and we are left with y. Right, coming on to our third example. We have 7y times 3y minus 2y. So as you know, BODMAS says we are first going to do multiply. So we're first going to see 7y times 3y. So 7 times 3 is 21. And as I said earlier, y times y means I now have 2y. So it is y to the power of 2 minus 2y. Now we check if we can go further. So like I said, we look for like terms. This is a y squared and this is a y. Therefore, the exponents are not the same. They are not like terms, and that is my final answer. Example number 4. we have 7y minus 2y times 3. So over here, this means we'll first do times. As Bodmer says, we work with multiply first. So we have 7y minus 2 times 3 is 6, and we're left with y. And then 7 minus 6 is 1y. If you write just y, both will be marked correct. Right, coming on to example number 5. We now have brackets within brackets. So we have 3y plus negative 5y times 3. So first we need to work with the inner set of brackets. So we're first going to see together we have a minus and a plus, which we know makes a minus. So we have in brackets still 3y minus 5y times 3. Now we have like terms, 3y minus 5y. So 3 minus 5 is negative 2y times 3. Now we're going to multiply. So negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Because there is only a single y, we will just write y. Example number 6. We now have 3xy plus negative 5y times 2x. So how I knew this was a times, if you see two brackets next to each other, there is a magical times in between. So first we're going to work with multiply. So we have 3xy plus. Like I said earlier, if you see brackets, keep them in brackets. So negative times a positive is a negative. 5 times 2 is 10. And then you should know if I say y times x, it's the same as just writing them together. So you could write it in alphabetical order, which is tidier as x, y. Now I have a plus and a minus together again. So you should know by now a positive and a negative make a negative. And you have 3xy minus 10xy. You can see they are like terms as they both have an xy and an xy. 3 minus 10 is negative 7, and your variables are x, y. Now we are on to our last example. 3y squared plus 4y squared minus 2y cubed times 3y squared. So we need to first look at this sum. We have a plus, a minus, and a times. Bodmer says we are first going to do the times. So we will write down what we have first. So we will write 3y squared plus 4y squared minus 2 times 3 we know is 6. Now on the side you can do this to help you. You will not get marks for it, so I will do it in purple as it is optional working out. This you can write as y times y times y. Just a reminder that the dot means times. Times, we can write the second group of y's as y times y. When we multiply variables, we check how many there are to know the exponents. So we count, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's minus 6y to the power of 5. Now we look for like terms. So over here we have 3y squared plus 4y squared minus 6y to the 5. That one is not the same as the others because the exponents are different. Again, remember, we only change the exponents when we are multiplying. When we're adding and subtracting, the exponents will not change. So here, 3 plus 4 is 7, and the variable is going to stay the same as y squared minus 6y to the power of 5. We could not go any further because these are not like terms, and that is our final answer. Please do the worksheet to get more practice, and good luck. Thank you, grade 8s.